Some of the highlights, you did some amazing highlights. I read them out for the people, but for you, what was your particular highlight last season?
Well, the obvious would be the cup, but I'd have to say that is away.
Well, very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this new season, which kicks off as a pre-season fixture here at Prince's Park in Dartford as the Addicks take on Dartford here in what has become actually a sunny North Kent. When we arrived earlier on, it was they say it's summer. I got out of the car and thought I should have brought the big coat, but now it's settled down a bit. So the only water we see at the moment is the water that's been liberally spread about the pitch to just add a little bit of zip to it. Pitch looks in good nick, and alongside me, I'm delighted to say, as ever, I've got Greg Stubley as we kick off this pre-season campaign before the team flies out to Slovenia, and then they're back in Anger in about a week or so's time. But in the meantime, Greg, looking forward to this?
Very much so, Tel. Yeah, it's an absolute delight to be alongside you again and back for another Charlton season, and one that
so it begins
going forward.
Yes, and it's been a busy summer, hasn't it, activity-wise? We've got 7 new signings. There's, as you'll see very shortly, there's a couple of trialists here with us today as well, and yeah, it's exciting times.
I think you have to look at the signings we've made so far, and the sort of calibre they've come from as well. Like so Greg Doherty yesterday as a signing for me is really exciting. You're signing someone who's not only got out of this division before and played well in this division, but you're also talking about someone who has been playing the last couple of years in the Championship. Luke Berry, we know, has been at Luton, who've been in the Premier League and been part of that squad and training week in, week out with some very, very talented players. Matt Godden's come from the Championship. So you look at these players coming in, mixed in with a few players that we have signed believing they'll get better, the likes of Josh Edwards, who's had a great couple of years at Dunfermline, and Alex Mitchell, who I thought looked really impressive last season for Lincoln, and of course Gaston Hadley, who, you know, ultimately has been signed by Portsmouth and Ipswich in the last 4 or 5 years as a youngster, and they're 2 clubs that have been really well run and do recruit well. So they've looked at him and saw something back then, and he's not really been given the opportunities at times, and we've made him our number 1 target and gone and got him. So, you know, there's a lot of focus on who's left the club as well, of course, but ultimately the ambition of this board, and certainly Nathan Jones, was to see Charlton get better from a squad point of view. And you look at where this squad is now compared to especially this time last year, I mean the difference is remarkable really. When you look at the first pre-season game of last season and you look at the players that are involved that day, and then you look at the ones that are involved now, it's a clear difference.
Well, you stole my question. Actually, it was exactly what I was going to ask you. When you consider that the players that we've got coming in now, 7 of them currently, I know that Nathan Jones was looking to try and get 9 in, I think was the figure, and we're 7 in. Compared to last season, and perhaps even the season before, where we still made signings, but would you say that this particular season, the quality of the signings are better? With all due respect to the ones that we had before, the quality of signings are improvement from previous seasons.
Well, certainly on paper, but we've said this in the past, and certain players who we've signed have had good calibre, or players that have done really well against us, haven't quite made the mark at Charlton. I think the clear difference for me as a football club is the nature of the balance we've got within the squad, and also the kind of togetherness we've got, from manager to board to our backroom staff to the fans. It feels so much more connected, and everyone feels like the goal and the ultimate aim is for Charlton to be so much better this season. We've had too many years of mediocrity, signing players that weren't fit, signing players who were on the way down without any sort of motivation to push Charlton back up. When you look at the signings we've made now, the likes of Luke Berry and Matt Godden, people look and go, well, they're coming down in their career, they've been at the Championship, they're over the age of 30. Trust me, Nathan Jones isn't going to make sure that they're coming here for a holiday. And those players, the sort of characters they are, even in the small glimpses we've seen in interviews and stuff, you can tell that they're players that are going to come here and be desperate for Charlton to do well, and desperate for a bit more success before their career fizzes out. So I definitely think Charlton are in a position of excitement, and certainly it's not the end. We still need a couple of more through the door. We might see the game today and certain things isn't going quite maybe how we expect as fans, but it's still so early in pre-season that the bonus is that if we still feel we're a little bit short come the first game of the season in terms of from a squad, we can go and spend the rest of the transfer window a month to get that extra player or two in. So it's a complete difference for sure.
And just a nod to our hosts today, Dartford, who sadly got relegated from the Conference South last season. Currently, or they will be playing next season in the Isthmian Premier. Lost a lot of players as a result, but have also, with Addicks, who a lot of people probably remember Welling, they've made 7 signings of their own since getting that relegation. So they'll be hoping to have a positive, not just season but pre-season, because of course it's important for Dartford to get back up into the next level. They don't belong by any stretch in the Isthmian Premier. So the facilities here and the setup here at Prince's Park, which has been Dartford's home since 2006, 4,100 capacity, and they need to be in a higher division. So the similarities with Charlton are there as well. And it's a decent enough crowd. I mean, we wondered how it would be affected today. Obviously, there's an England game happening an hour or so after this game finishes. And the weather early on today wasn't too clever, but the sun is out, I have to say. So fortunately, it looks set fair for a decent game this afternoon. And waiting now, we're 4 minutes officially away from kick-off. And as long as they're on time, which has always been an issue. So we're still awaiting the sides to come out. We've got Dartford youth players either side of the halfway line, waving flags, waiting impatiently, I think it's fair to say, for the arrival of the two sides. We will run you through the two sides as they come out into the playing arena. Charlton look like they have 2 sides ready, as do Dartford, so there'll be a lot of changes, a lot of trialists in the second side for Dartford by the looks of things, which always is a joy to commentate on. Mr. Trialist 1, Mr. Trialist 2, Mr. Trialist 3.
Yeah, I think we had some minor sound issues. You have to forgive us. There's no disrespect to Dartford, who have actually one of the best non-league grounds in terms of facilities and views for me and Tel, but it also means a lot of loose wires. So we might have sounded like robots.
Did you pull a plug?
It wasn't me and Tel putting on a new voice for the new season.
I tried that.
Tried about 20 years ago.
Tried, it didn't work. Yeah, I'm still trying. Look, I know it's a slightly different. It feels different. I don't know why. Is it a strange thing to say? Just this pre-season and the build-up and the expectation just feels different this season. And obviously that's probably down to Nathan Jones.
Well, I was just literally about to say that. It's ultimately because there is a lot of trust from the Charlton fans, and ourselves included, in Nathan Jones, that Charlton are going to be better this season. And as I said, titles and promotions aren't won on paper, but you look at the Charlton squad and you feel a bit more comfortable with the direction we're going, for sure, than previous seasons and previous ownership groups as well, for sure. I mean, I still think that the 2 key positions to build this, well, I think there's 3 key positions that Charlton will still look to try and improve. I think we probably do need another goalkeeper, or certainly it might be an opportunity for Harry Isted to impress during pre-season to keep that spot, or Will Mannion likewise. I think central midfield we've added to yesterday in Greg Doherty, but we've got a trialist today in Teddy Bishop lining up. He might be someone who can come in and add a little bit more depth. I also think maybe Bishop could be a bit of creativity that we need as a team as well. So there are 2 positions, and then finally I think Charlton probably need a little bit of a leader at the back still. But we'll wait and see what pre-season brings.
I can tell you the two sides have just made their way out of the tunnel immediately below us. We're right on halfway here in Prince's Park. Dartford in their white shirts, black shorts and white socks. Charlton, of course, in what I quite like, the new strip, the round collared white trim, red shirt with white shorts and red and white socks. And we'll run you through the 2 sides, starting with our hosts this afternoon, Dartford. In goal for them, number 1, Jacob Marsden, 2, Dwight Pascal, 3, Sam Eduardo, 5, Josh Hill, 7, Callum Jones, 8, Denzel Olapade, 9, Dwayne Ofori Achimpong, 10, Ben Allen, 11, Ollie Box, 17, Luther Williams, and 19, Tyler Christian Law. I won't read you through the second team. We'll do that as and when it happens. Charlton will line up with in goal number 1, Harry Eisted. 2, Nathan Asimwe. 3, Macaulay Gillespie. 4, Terry Taylor. 5, Kane Ramsey. 6, Lloyd Jones. 7, Thierry Small. 8, Teddy Bishop, who's on trial from Lincoln, ex-Lincoln. 9, Therese Campbell. 10, Scott Fraser. And 11, Daniel Kanu. Charlton's bench currently, and will probably be the second team: Tene Watson, Will Mannion, Connor Coventry, Alex Mitchell, Josh Edwards, Teo Eden, Luke Berry, Gasson Ahadme, Matt Godden, Zach Mitchell, Amani Edmonds-Green, Aaron Henry, and there's an additional trialist of Danny Hilton on the bench as well. The two sides are in the centre circle, just going through the pre-match procedures, tossing the coin. It looks like we're going to stay as we are. Charlton defending away to our right-hand side. Dartford will be from left to right. Looks like it's going to be Charlton's kickoff. Got Terry Small currently in front of us on this left-hand side. Thomas Campbell now going across to the right, although Scott Fraser in the centre circle looks like he's going to get things underway for us. And we are indeed underway here at Princes Park as the start of the new season gets underway, albeit pre-season. Dartford defending away on their left-hand side. Teddy Bishop just levered off the ball, but it's out of play for a Charlton throw. Quickly taken back to Ramsey. It's a good ball through the middle, and it's sending Kano on his way, but he won't catch up with that before it runs out of play on the Charlton right-hand side. It'll be a goal kick to Dartford in the opening seconds.
Yeah, Charlton lining up this afternoon. Looks like a 3-5-2. What we expect. Thierry Small left wing back, Nathan Asimwe right wing back. Interesting new position in pre-season for Kane Ramsey, the right side of a back three. The middle three of Terry Taylor, Scott Fraser and Teddy Bishop, with Tyrese Campbell just playing off Daniel Kanu up top.
And that goal kick just evaded Lloyd Jones initially, but it's defended away by Terry Small. Fraser gets on the ball in the centre circle. Small on the overlap. Terry Small heading towards the left corner of the penalty area. Looking to cross it back onto his right foot. Fraser in support, but it's gone beyond him, and it's Gillespie's going to have to try and catch this up, but he can't. Dartford, however, just put it out for a throw. Gillespie with it back to Jones. Inside to Taylor. Good turn. Taylor. Ball up to Small, inside to Fraser, and Taylor once more, just avoiding the challenge of Allen. Inside it comes to Ramsey. And to his right-hand side now. Bishop back inside. Initially looking for Taylor, but it's run through to Gillespie. Bishop gets it again. Taylor takes over in the centre circle. So I'm just being patient. Back with Gillespie, over halfway, looking to switch it across. Good run from Kanu, peels away into the box, and he's offside. According to the official on that right-hand side. It's a lovely peel away from Kanu, but just mistimed it according to the officials. It'll be an offside decision just inside the Dartford penalty area.
Yeah, I think it's encouraging early on to see Terry Taylor and Teddy Bishop touches on the ball. Taylor, someone I'd love to see have a really good pre-season. He's been so unlucky and unfortunate with injuries and minutes, but he's a very talented player. He certainly was at Burton Albion. I was really excited by his signing. I still think he has something to offer for Charlton going forward.
Dartford proceed down their right-hand side. Pascal was looking for Lapade on the right, but he got that pass all wrong. It's run out of play for a Charlton throw. It's about halfway inside the Charlton half. On our left-hand side, Gillespie with it. Into Fraser, gives it back to Gillespie, who sends it forward. Looking for Campbell. He's a lot further forward than we normally expect him to see. Taylor takes over. For a moment he might have been fouled there, and ultimately the official agrees. It'll be referee Nick Dunn. So we'll have a free kick on this left-hand side, inside to Jones. Back out to Gillespie. Caught in possession there, and Dartford have possession back with Olapade. Ball out again, looking this time for Fori Achimpong, but again he got it wrong. Charlton clear forward. Bishop trying to send Kanu through the middle, but it's asking too much of Daniel Kanu. Marsden comes out of a goal, sends it long. Gillespie does well to get his head there before Fori Achimpong can get there. He's similar stature, probably even a bit taller actually. Fori Achimpong of Dartford, one of the new signings that Dartford have made. back after 6 years. He had a stint at Dartford 6 years ago. Now he's back there. Charlton work it down the right. Simway back inside to Ramsey. Jones now takes over and will feed it out to Gillespie. He's got Small on the left-hand side. Through the middle is Fraser, who tries to tee up Small, and has he got too much on that? No, it's kept in by Small. Good work. Thierry Small lifts it into the box. Headed away. Fraser might pick it up though. Sends it back in. Looking for Bishop, but it's cleared away before it can find him. Gillespie tries to cushion a header into Small from the clearance, but left him far too much to do. It'll be a throw into Dartford on their right-hand side. We've had 4.5 minutes coming up to goalless here at Princess Park.
Yeah, Thierry Small is a player who I think with the whole pre-season with him could even get better with his final ball, with creativity. He's so lively at the back end of last season, and I think he's someone that could surprise a few people in terms of his tally with potentially goals and assists.
It's a slight wild lunge in the end from Therese Campbell, but he was allowed the opportunity from slight miscontrol from Dartford's keeper Marsden, who then tried to turn away from him, and Therese Campbell rushed her blood to try and get to the ball. In the end took out the Dartford keeper, but
Therese Campbell's an interesting one for this season, Tel, because the way you imagine Nathan Jones wants to line up with a back three or with a diamond, there's no real natural position for Campbell to sort of fill in, so he's going to have to adapt his game to either play as a midfielder or as one of the two strikers, which he had done in pre-season last year. He played as one of the front two. It's interesting to see how he gets on in that position, whether that's today or for the rest of the pre-season.
Dado and Box combine on the left-hand side, and Simway momentarily caught out. There's a ball in the box, which Gillespie has to head over under pressure from Jones. Dartford's first attack of the game. Dartford had to defend. Charlton had to defend well there. It was a good move down that left-hand side between Eduardo and Ollie Box. And the final ball, when it came in, looking for Jones, he needed the header from Gillespie. Corner on the Dartford left-hand side, underneath their scoreboard. 6 minutes gone. Box with it, corner. It's a low one, which is cleared away by Ramsey. It's good chasing from Campbell, and he's on his toes. Therese Campbell on the right-hand side. Only got Carnu in the middle. Supporting is Fraser. Fraser. Two men round him, and a combination of those two win the ball back for Dartford. And it's Hill trying to send Afori Acheampong into the right-hand channel. It's been pursued by Jones. Acheampong's caught up with it, looking for support. There's a tussle between the two, and in the end, Afori Acheampong gets that decision.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to do that, Lloyd Jones. I think he lost balance and then was worried about him going beyond him, so brought him down to the ground, but he's going back towards his own goal. Charlton will get him plenty of bodies back. He didn't look like he didn't have any options. For Jones to bring him down was a little bit needless, and we saw last season Charlton concede, should I say, so many goals from set pieces against us, and one of the things that caused that was unnecessary free kicks given away.
Box with the free kick, headed away at the near post by Taylor, but it's come out to Williams, who lifts it back in, but there's no Dartford player there, and it runs away for a Charlton goal kick. Here's the sign behind that goal of the right side. As the rain comes down, it took a while, but it's here. And it says rest in peace Dave Skinner, as Dartford lost Dave Skinner during last season, and I was lucky enough to meet Dave on a number of occasions, and the sign underneath saying Mr. Dartford is absolutely spot on. We sadly missed here in North Kent. Dave Skinner. Small goes down the line trying to get Fraser in. It's, well defended in the end by Pascal at the expense of a Charlton throw on this left-hand side. Small with Fraser still in support, gets it back. Thierry Small. Step over, trying to avoid the attentions of Pascal. At the end, Fraser gets it back to Gillespie. Inside of him is Taylor. Will touch into the path of Ramsey out to the right-hand side as Asimwe. He's fizzed at him, but he did well to control it. Nathan Asimwe. Inside of him is Campbell, and he's out-muscled and pushed to the ground by Olopade. And Charlton will have a free kick in a very just right of centre. But in a good position here. And quick taken short into Bishop's feet. Bishop lifts it into the box, but looking for a run of Carnu. I don't think he was on the same wavelength, Daniel Carnu. And it runs away for a goal kick. 8.5 minutes gone, still goalless.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen Bishop have a go there.
Yeah.
Space in front of him. Dartford was slow to close him down. It was only Carnu in the box, so it would have been an ambitious ball to find him anyway. So I'd like to see Bishop have a go.
Goal kick to Dartford, Jacob Marsden with it.
Charlton haven't really settled, to be honest, in the opening 9 minutes. Had a couple of moments, but nothing really in the early exchanges. But you know, at this stage of pre-season, it will take players time to get used to just being back out on the pitch.
Campbell again putting pressure on the Dartford defence, who played back to Marsden. Skies his clearance up in the air, small underneath this, but he can't get his head to it. And Allen takes over for Dartford. Forced backwards by Fraser, who gets the challenge in. Ball out of play for a Dartford throw, just inside their own half, on the right-hand side. Pascal comes forward to take it. Into the feet of Allen again. Back to Pascal, who sends it into the channel, but far too far ahead of either Callum Jones or Fourier Chimpong. It's comfortable for Harry Eisted to come out of the box. Rolls it to Jones. Gillespie to his left, small further left, but that pass is covered off. Tries to send it through the middle, and Carnu actually would have been a good ball if it was to Carnu's feet, but it was beyond him and runs through to Marsden in the Dartford penalty area. His clearance is headed away by Small for Dartford to throw in, just inside the Charlton half. On the right. Pascal with it. Looking for options. Still nothing immediately available. Olapade came close, but went beyond him. And clear. Campbell can pick it up for Charlton on this left-hand side. Lovely nutmeg of Josh Hill, but Pascal on the retreat manages to slide the tackle and put the ball out of play for a throw-in. Quickly taken, Small. Gets it back and then feeds Jones in the centre. To his right is Ramsey. Still Jones, though. To Asimwe on the right hand side, a little bit of space to Asimwe, now cuts inside to his left. Gillespie rides two challenges still. Macaulay Gillespie tries to feed in the centre. Carnu just couldn't get it under his spell, just touched away from him as he got it into the penalty area, and it's away for a goal kick.
I thought initially Gillespie was going to lose the ball. Did really well to just make sure he got there, and I like the run from Carnu, just peeling off the left side of centre half between the left back, trying to open his body up. Couldn't take it in his stride, but I see that a little bit more from Charlton. I think we've been a little bit wasteful. You can argue that ball didn't find Carnu, but I like the fact it was someone stepping out of defence and bringing the ball forward. Early signs of Nathan Jones. We're right next to the Charlton manager, is screaming for players to be quick to the ball, intensity. So asking for Charlton to play and look forward.
And Nathan Jones currently getting wet because the rain is still falling, probably harder than it has been all afternoon. As the wind is also picked up as well as Dartford moves down the left-hand side, but Ramsey will pick it up for Charlton. Inside of him is Fraser. Taylor touches into Asimwe. He tried to get Fraser in the game. And now Taylor takes over for Charlton, centre circle. Little touch to Fraser once more. Tries to evade the challenges of Olapade, but fails, and Dartford have it back, and there's an out ball here to Callum Jones on the right-hand side. Ball into the box is a bit low and slow. Allowed Jones to get there, and he's fouled by Allen as he tried to clear that away. Charlton will have a free kick just the other side of the 6-yard box, or just outside the 6-yard box, as the rain continues to fall here. Yeah, the sun is shining up there, though. I don't know how that's happening.
Yeah, Charlton again just wasteful in possession. It was Fraser who got the ball, tried to take his man on, and lost balance, and went down looking for the free kick. And Dartford were able to try and counter-attack. Charlton did well to eventually deal with it, but Addicks haven't really got their passing going. I want to see more movement off the ball. This is better.
And Carnu came short for that very purpose, and Small's now found Fraser. Back to Gillespie. Campbell's made a run in the left-hand channel. It's a lovely ball inside to Fraser. Campbell continues his run into the penalty area. He's found the ball as well. That's a lovely finish from Therese Campbell. Super football from Charlton down this left-hand side. Started by Small, Run from Campbell. Little touch inside to Fraser. Campbell turned and went. Fraser found him in the penalty area with a lovely ball. And a fairly simple task for Therese Campbell to put it past Marsden to open the scoring.
Well, I was looking for a little bit of movement from Charlton in possession, and that is a prime example of when you move off the ball and you look for that ball forward, it can really make it work. It was a great ball down the line from Gillespie to find Campbell, who took up an intelligent position on the left-hand side. I love the fact first time fizzes it into Fraser. Fraser looks for the return. The ball just goes beyond Hill, the Dartford centre-half, and really clinical finish from Tyrese Campbell. And Charlton's best move of the game so far results. The Addicks taking the lead.
Here's it. Fraser back on possession. Carnu putting pressure on Hill. But Hill just managed to get a toe in and get it back to Marsden, who clears it long. Header from Jones, picked off by Charlton's Jones. It's back inside to Taylor now. He's got Ramsey to his right, and further right there's Asimwe, and he's might be asking too much of Nathan Asimwe, that pass. He made the most of it though, and managed to get the little toe poke off of Pascal on the left-hand side for Dartford, and Charlton will have a throw. The ball out from Ramsey left Asimwe an awful lot to do. Sort of stunted the move a touch. Charlton have possession back with Gillespie on the left. Jones imploring his side to just up the pace a little, I think. Fraser comes short. Fraser had chance to turn. He didn't know that, and so went backwards again. It's Ramsey for Charlton. Bishop with Asimwe inside. Ramsey still in support behind. Ball forward to Carnu, who's come short. Gillespie. Taylor takes over, driving forward, asking Small to run into the channel. But, spotted by Pascal. Puts the ball out for a Charlton throw. Quickly back to Gillespie. Switches it across to Ramsey. He's asking a lot of him, but Asimwe's ahead of him if he can get there. And he does, but he can't pick out Asimwe. Ran out of room. Just the ball. He was expecting it to feet, and it didn't come.
Again, that's probably been the biggest criticism of Charlton so far in these first 15 minutes, is that we have been wasteful and some of the balls have been sloppy. But again, because it is pre-season, rather than get out of the system now, and when it does work, as it did with the goal, you can see the difference. Dartford, to their credit, have not let Charlton try and settle on the ball too much, and the only time they really switched off was for the Charlton goal. So the Addicks will be looking for these moments. Asimwe coming inside, Small will push on, Fraser taking up decent positions.
Carnu again coming short, but out-muscled on the ball this time from Hill, and felt he was fouled afterwards. Referee disagrees. Some lovely footwork from Nathan Asimwe just now in a tight space, which was good to see. Ultimately, Charlton couldn't make the most of it. Dartford have a throw in here on the right-hand side. Down the line it goes. Gillespie meets it up towards Carnu. Carnu, good strength to keep possession of the ball. Looked like he might have been fouled there. Bishop helping out the Charlton striker, but losing out ultimately to Olapade. Out left to Eduardo. He sends it into the penalty area. Nobody there in a white shirt to trouble Charlton. It'll run away for a Charlton goal kick. So with 17 minutes gone, Charlton have the lead here. And the first game in sort of semi-anger, as it is a pre-season friendly. Remember the one last season was strangely
Physical.
Physical, yeah, had a real edge to it, didn't it, last season, which we couldn't quite grasp. This season looks a little different. Gillespie, under a little bit of pressure, manages to find Taylor, turns, looking for runners. Carnu providing it, and just got blocked off there, Carnu, and then slipped as he tried to put the brakes on. Covered by Williams. And Campbell puts the ball out of play for a Dartford throw.
A bit of a high line there, and thought the idea was right from Taylor, but as you say, Carnu got blocked off. But I'd like to see Tyrese Campbell, who's looking for the ball short and then looked to spin. I'd like to see him just do that slightly quicker. Push Dartford on the back foot, might open the space up for someone to drop in.
It's a long ball forward, and Afori, Achimpong and Jones having a real tussle, and neither of them are going to get that ball, but it was just fun to see. Asimwe picks the ball up down the right to Carnu. Carnu being patrolled and followed all the way. Goes back to Ramsey, inside to Jones. Taylor in a bit of space, left side of the centre circle, bringing the ball forward. To his left is Fraser. And a touch into Campbell. He tried to find Fraser again. It was read by Eduardo, and it was Jones who skipped away in the end and fouled then by Taylor. Dartford will have a free kick.
Nathan Jones took the words out of my mouth. Saying sloppy, it was sloppy from Charlton getting that final third. The ball from Campbell that time didn't work out, and then you lose possession. And Taylor has to concede the free kick, and those are the moments where, when you're looking for Charlton to improve this season, when you get that ball in the final third, really try and look after it and make sure you're aware of your surroundings.
Ball up to Jones. Good defending by Small. Forces him back to Hill. He's going to have to use his keeper, Marsden, who now does send it long. Jones comfortably underneath this. Header to Taylor. I'm not sure it was meant for Taylor, who stopped it, and Dartford had possession back. Jones skips past Gillespie, but that's good defending from Jones to block the attempted ball across, and Charlton had possession back. Campbell does well to hold off the challenge. And now Small trying to feed Fraser's run. Covered across by Williams. Charlton will have a throw on this left-hand side.
Yeah, this Charlton back three hasn't been communicating, and I don't know how much Harry Isted's also a part of that as well, but that's a long ball forward. Jones had so much time and felt he was forced into the header. Someone just needs to communicate with him, and how many times did we say that last season, the lack of communication? All it takes is for someone. I heard Jones the loudest. I suppose we are closest to it, but I heard him louder than any player out there. That's where, as a defensive unit, we have to improve.
Attempted cross-field ball from Gillespie. He's defended back to his keeper by Eduardo. And then the attempted ball forward, I think, looking to pick out Afori Achimpong, was beyond everybody and away for a Charlton goal kick. So, sort of scrappy few minutes here at Princess Park. Charlton have possession back with Gillespie. Out to Small. Gillespie's still inside of him. Crosses Jones, got Ramsey further right if he wants him. Jones brings it through the middle and finds Fraser. It's a good ball. Fraser, it's good tracking back, and Olopade wins the ball off of Fraser. Dartford have it inside to Jones, turns into Christian Law, tries to send the ball down the left-hand side looking for Box. Can't catch up with it. It was a nice idea. And Dartford looked threatening for a second there. The final ball not quite good enough. Charlton have a goal kick, quickly taken into Gillespie. He's got Small out to his left. Nobody immediately in front of him. Cuts inside. Only Gillespie available. Swap passes with Jones. Now Taylor finds Jones once more. It goes long. Jones looking for Carney to turn and run. Carney has done, but there's too much on that. Marsden comes to the edge of his penalty area to claim. Remains 1-0 here at Princess Park, home of Dartford Football Club. Loose ball inside, and Fraser will pick it up for Charlton. Little touch to Taylor. Inside is Campbell. He's coming short. Back to Gillespie. He's got Small available on the left-hand side. Small with Campbell making a run into that left-hand channel. Small. Little couple of oversteps, look, shaped for a cross, a good cross as well, and that's a great connection from Nathan Asimwe, arriving at the far side of the 6-yard box, and a lovely finish, which Marsden can only parry into the side netting.
Well, Nathan Asimwe likes the Dartford fixture in pre-season, doesn't he? But that will really please Nathan Jones, the fact that your wing-back has crossed it from one side and your fellow wing-back the other side has finished. And that is so pleasing when you're working on this formation to see those two combine. And Thierry Small has the ability to cut inside onto his right foot where there was space, but he went back out to his left, and then a wonderful cross towards the far post. And it's all about anticipation after that. Nathan Asimwe could stand on the edge of the penalty area thinking the ball might come his way from the clearance, but he gambles. He gambles to try and get on the end of the ball and just divert it goalwards, which he does. There's too much on the effort for Marsden to save, but again, the pleasing thing from there, from a Charlton perspective, is wing-back to wing-back results in a goal.
Well, from that goal, it's perfect to set up. Just break, because Bishop's on a break into the edge of the area and tries to tee up Fraser. Then Campbell comes across to Small, who gets the ball into the box. Dartford clear it away. But, it's a penalty. It's a handball, I think, that's been given. What a perfect time to hand over to Greg Stubbley as he commentates on this penalty for Charlton, which has taken pretty much everybody by surprise.
Well, it all started with Teddy Bishop making a break from midfield. Ball came out to the left-hand side in the penalty area. It was Small's cross, and then it was the retrieving, I think it was Pascal, whose arm was out, and the referee was close by and had no doubts that that's a penalty.
I don't think anybody claimed for it, though. It took everybody by surprise.
And Charlton have an opportunity to make it free after 23 minutes. Daniel Kanu steps up, hits the underside of the bar and in. And Charlton have had 3 academy graduates give Charlton 3 goals in this game.
Well, it's a confident finish. He hit the penalty, hit it well, but just for a second there, I wondered if that was going to be the wrong side of the crossbar, but it hit the underneath, and Marsden had absolutely no chance.
As you say, Tel, it was a well-hit penalty, so much so that it hit the underside of the bar, and no chance at all for Marsden, who dived the wrong way. Daniel Kanu getting off the mark in pre-season. Both him and Campbell on the score sheet, Simway the other. It's fairly apt given that Charlton's under 21s last season, played a lot of matches here at Princes Park. Ball forward from Dartford, looking for a response. Those 2 goals have really shell-shocked them. After initially trying to react after Charlton's opener, but that second, Dartford switched off as Charlton broke. The Addicks have the free kick. Bishop takes across to Lloyd Jones. Teddy Bishop on trial here with the Addicks. Played for Lincoln the last few years, previously at Ipswich as well. Small one is going inside to Tyrese Campbell. That was cut out on the way back to the goalkeeper Marsden. Ball forward. Touchdown to the part 8. Challenge from Terry Taylor, too aggressive according to the referee. Referee Nick Dunn.
It's brilliant to watch the expectation of Nathan Jones, even though it's the first pre-season friendly. He's telling them exactly what they're doing wrong, when they do it wrong, and to be fair, also telling them, congratulating them when they do it right. But the demand of the standard is clear to see.
Marsden with the free kick. And towards the edge of the Charlton penalty area, headed away by a Simway. Ball comes down. Dartford in possession. The ball's conceded to Ramsey, forward to Kanu, and Charlton will look to break as Kanu, left-hand side to Fraser. Will get to the ball. Now Thierry Small advancing forward. Charlton's outlet on this left-hand side. Whips cross, looking towards Kanu, couldn't quite reach there. Another great ball in, gets the thumbs up.
That's a lovely run from Thierry Small. Lovely first-time cross as well, and Kanu inches away from connecting with that. Good move, good fluid movement from Charlton.
Such a teasing cross. Williams, the centre-half for Dartford, couldn't get there. Kanu was lurking behind, stretched, but just slightly ahead of him as well. Marsden with the goal kick. Dartford 0, Charlton 3. We played 27 minutes. Ball forward by Pascal. We thought it was fouled. It was great pressure from Tyrese Campbell. Yeah, according to the referee, and Charlton had the goal kick.
I don't think it was a huge amount in there. I think Campbell let him know he was there, certainly, but I think Pascal was looking for it a little bit.
Gillespie too small. His first instinct is to step forward and look to play forward, and that's a lovely ball to find a Simway. Higher is the cry from Nathan Jones towards Small, but Charlton in possession with a Simway. It's a wayward ball. He looked for Daniel Kanu again. Charlton trying to fight to win the ball. The ball's played forward. Taylor with the challenge and catches more of the man.
Yeah, that is a foul, no question. Taylor just a little late.
On Ollie Box, the young player of the year last year for Dartford. There's the Darts with the free kick. Sending bodies forward for this.
They are a tall outfit, Dartford, so they'll be looking to maximise this.
Ball in towards the penalty area, and a header comes in.
It was more than a little nudge. I think the referee's just putting his hands up to say he saw it and he's just playing on.
Before how Chabon it was who had the header.
But the referee,
It was probably the
referee
first,
acknowledged that there was a foul there, so.
the first effort on goal. With Darts as Charlton have it with Kane Ramsey inside to Taylor. Now Lloyd Jones, captain for this afternoon. A role that hasn't been filled since the departure of George Dawson as yet. Well, not that we're aware of anyway, as Gillespie with the ball forward under the head of Hill. And Marsden will collect.
I think it was an ambitious one from Gillespie, even if there'd have been runners through that middle, there's no way they were catching up with that, especially after the rain we've just had. It zipped off the surface comfortably for Marsden. But plenty of blue sky ahead of us, so I'm hoping the rain won't last for much longer.
Marsden's kick is
And there's
low,
a
and
similar case in point.
bounces off the turf. It's too much on it for Callum Jones to get on the end of it, and Charlton will have the goal kick. Instead to Gillespie. Now Small inside to Fraser, gets the ball back. Small will find a Simway who's stepped inside and opens up a lot of space. He's got time, Nathan Simway now closed down. Looks to turn out to the right hand side where Kane Ramsey is in attendance, and back to Jones. Fraser makes a nice little bit of movement to open space and now can drive forward for Charlton. To the left to Small. Small, step over, drifts inside. Across to Ramsey. This is good from Charlton as Ramsey has the Simway to his right. The Simway cross towards the near post looking for Bishop, and it's cut out. Here comes to Callum Jones. Doris Campbell does well to get back and put a bit of pressure, but now Box will turn. Into a little bit of traffic, but Dartford keep the ball. It's switched over to the right-hand side. Ben Allen. Back to Pascal. Inside and invite pressure from Fraser, but Dartford still have possession with Pascal. Allen looks for the ball forward. It's a good run from Callum Jones. Jones back across into the penalty area, and Istead was there to collect. Immediately rolls it out to Bishop.
Probably the best passage of play from Dartford there, but the end product not quite right.
Bishop turns to Taylor, gets the ball back, Teddy Bishop. The right hand side is the Simway. Now Taylor inside the centre circle. Left hand side is Small. Looks for Fraser, who's got time to turn. Fraser to the left hand side is Thierry Small, approaching the penalty area. A couple of step overs, right footed cross is cleared away. Now Callum Jones, ball down the line. Jones and Lloyd will go back to Istead. And now Kane Ramsey to Taylor.
He was annoyed with Gillespie that he allowed himself to be pulled out of position.
I'll give you that impression. Taylor brings the ball forward. To the left-hand side, Thierry Small. Down the line to Campbell, who's offside. The move comes to a waste. We apologise in advance for any language that might come from Terry Smith.
No change there. I'd love to see it, because
completely agree. What's quite refreshing is Charlton are 3-0 up here. It doesn't feel it in terms of from a demand point of view.
Demands excellence.
Exactly that.
But
if I was a player, I wouldn't mind my manager having
but
to
it's
go
fair,
if I was doing something wrong.
Gillespie was pulled out and he left a 2-on-1 situation. Had the ball been better, with all due respect to Dartford, had it been a high quality side, then we were in trouble. So can understand exactly what's coming.
Marsden with the goal kick, free kick, should I say it? It's gone long and diagonal. Box will go and try and retrieve it. In the end, he's won inside a throw.
And do you think, when you consider last season, Nathan Jones came in, I don't know exactly halfway through the season, but midway-ish through the season, and managed to get a tune out of the players to a point where we were safe, of course. But he would have witnessed the frailties that we showed at the back, so we know exactly why we were in the position we were in. And I think, would that serve as a decent background as to where we needed to be?
You certainly hope so. Dartford, ball in the box. Kane Ramsey headed away. And as far as the Dartford body, he has a shot. I think that was Christian Law with the effort. On his right foot, but harmlessly over in the end, and Charlton have the goal kick. Here's Fraser, looking to turn, pokes it forward towards Tyrese Campbell, who does keep it in. It's done superbly well inside to Thierry Small. Look for the 1-2. Campbell got in the end of the ball. He can. Ball across goal, looking towards the Simway. And referee's given an offside flag again. Sorry, the assistant, should I say, has raised his flag against Tyrese Campbell again. That one looked a bit tighter than the one before.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, because you just felt that Campbell had made the run from fairly deep, so and the ball into the box was behind anybody, so it's a strange one.
Looked like the right decision.
Yeah, there was no history on it, so they're in a better position to see it than we are.
Marsden with the free kick. Ball forward, goes beyond Gillespie, and there's Jones on the right-hand side for Dartford in the penalty area. Ball towards the back post, and a Simway with an important header to clear it away.
Standing from a Simway, because trying to see, I think it was it Box arriving late into the box, and if it hadn't have been for Nathan Simway's flick, he'd have had a free header. But again, Jones up unhappy that Gillespie got muscled out of the way by Fori Acheampong to set up that cross. But he is a unit, that Fori Acheampong, isn't he?
Yeah, no,
both Jones and Gillespie, I know they've been in the game this afternoon.
That's definitely something Nathan Jones hasn't been happy with, is the way Charlton have defended at times. Albeit they've not conceded, there have been moments for Dartford of potentially Charlton's own doing rather than necessarily good play. Which again, it's those sort of mistakes he's looking to cut out for next season to make Charlton a much better side. The ball forward, Lloyd Jones will jump, wins the header, but out of play. Dartford at the throw.
The crowd's got a little bigger since we started the game. That's just my impression. Just looks a little bit full of the ground now.
Pascal under pressure from Fraser. Still stays with him all the way. Pascal look for the ball forward. Fraser will get the ball back. Looks like it might have come off the Charlton man last. It has. Dartford at the throw. Ball goes back to their captain Josh Hill. Summer signing from Hemel Hempstead. Left-hand side. Ball forward comes off as Simway. And you can see the possession. Dartford, here's Bishop up towards Carnu. Looks to turn, looks to feed in Tyrese Campbell. It's a lovely ball. Campbell looking to cross back goal, and I think in the end the Dartford defender sliding in. Hit it against his own post.
Yeah, it was Eduardo. He had to do it as well because the Simway was coming again into the right side of the 6-yard box to pick up that cross from Campbell. Lovely movement again. It came, of course, from a defensive error from Dartford, but pounced on by a combination of a Simway and Bishop. And then the ball through from Carnu, picked out Campbell superbly. He tried to pick out the Simway at the far side, defended away for this corner.
Fraser to take. Swings it in, looking towards Carnu, it's headed away. Allen looking to turn and release the ball forward towards Box. It's a decent ball. Meister will come out of his goal and does well to clear it out of danger.
Yeah, good starting position from Meister, and well read because it skipped off the surface. He could have got that wrong, could have timed it wrong. But again, Jones probably a little disappointed that we were left one-on-one up top.
Dartford have the throws. We've played 37 minutes. Dartford 0, Charlton 3 is the scoreline. It's Gillespie with the ball up towards Carnu. Carnu holds it up well and invites Teddy Bishop. Bishop with the ball forward, looking towards Campbell. Might just be offside,
yeah,
and he is. It's a shame. He did take it past Marsden.
I've got some credit to the defending here, though, because great hold-up play by Daniel Carnu, turned inside. And then the ball through. Campbell trying to hold his run, and the Dartford defence spotted that he was trying to hold his run. And I think it was Pascal here on the right-hand side, just stepped up as the ball was played, catching Campbell offside. But yeah, it's interesting to see Campbell's new position as,
well, as I said, he
a sort
did
of left-sided
play there
striker.
pre-season last season. You might recall he scored against Gillingham, where we went 1-0 up, I think, early in the game against the Gills. He played really well that day, actually. But the moments he's had in the league, I'm trying to remember if he had played there at any point, but he always looked more balanced when he was out on the wide positions. But he's a player of of talent. I was glad Charlton were able to add to his contract. As the ball in from Dartford. It's a wonderful header from Callum Jones. It was a diagonal cross in the penalty area. Jones ran across Thierry Small and just helped it on its way, and it flew past Harry Isted. Dartford have scored.
That was a good goal, good finish. A header cross coming in from the left-hand side. I think it was Eduardo sent it into virtually the penalty spot. Jones got there first for Dartford and guided his header past Isted. No way he was getting there. It was right into the top left-hand corner. It was a good header, good cross. Dartford have a goal back in this game. Wow, good finish.
It's out nothing as well from Charlton perspective, but the run from Jones was good, the ball in was good, but the header was sublime. Timed it to perfection. And Charlton restart. Kane Ramsey to Simway, now Ramsey again. Inside to Terry Taylor, out to the left is Small. Small drifts forward, looks to switch it across to Simway. Has Ramsey in support. Simway, ball in the penalty area, looks for Bishop, who ran towards the near post, couldn't take in his stride. Dartford will have the goal kick.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's nicely found by Simway. I think it didn't quite sit right for Bishop. I think ideally you'd like to have hit that on the volley or something, or had turned and hit it, but the bounce off the surface didn't really allow him to do that. He tried to sort of control it with his chest and ran out of room on that right side of the 6-yard box.
With the goal kick headed forward by Lloyd Jones. Carnu trying to find Scott Fraser. The ball slightly behind him, and Dartford have the ball back, which is conceded straight to Thierry Small. Looks forward. Campbell did make a run. Small cuts back, and the challenge comes in.
Yeah, 3 possible passes there, Thierry Small, and every single one just sort of disappeared before he had the chance to do it.
Fraser, nice first time ball to find Campbell. Fraser gets the ball back. Across to Bishop. There's a Simway to his right-hand side. Ramsey in support. Simway on the outside. Comes back off of box. Charlton with the throw. Goes back to Ramsey. Inside is Campbell. Onto his left foot. Tyrese Campbell, the strike, and there's too much on it for the goalkeeper. And Tyrese Campbell, who's had a very good 41 minutes, gets his second and Charlton's fourth.
Well, the pace on that did for Marsden, who got across from the shot. Worked from the throw-in inside. Campbell just made the room. Hit it with his left foot. I wouldn't say it's unstoppable, because I think Marsden will probably feel once he got there he should hold it, or certainly parry it out. But the sheer pace of the shot meant he couldn't get a strong enough hand on it. And into the right-hand corner, the left side of Marsden. Charlton regained the 3-goal cushion.
Tyrese Campbell cutting onto that left foot. He's another player who's very comfortable with either foot, really, from a shooting perspective, and encouragement to see him scoring twice. As Isted clears the ball forward, here's Bishop. Goes back to Gillespie. Now Small. Inside to Campbell, who's allowed space and can turn. Campbell forward to Terry Taylor. On the right-hand side looks for a Simway. It's a lovely ball. If a Simway can get there, then you can. The Simway, Ramsey in support. Here's Kane Ramsey. Looking about a shot, goes back out, looking for a Simway. They weren't on the same wavelength. It's a goal kick.
Similar position to where Tyrese Campbell just scored Charlton's fourth, and they'll probably wish he pulled the trigger. Tried to tee up with Simway, but far too much on it. Again, some nice movement from Charlton. And when Charlton do that movement, and they do pull away and do play in a fairly quick tempo, Dartford can't live with that tempo. It's just need to see more of it, I guess.
Marsden with a goal kick. Taylor with a header forward as Tyrese Campbell down to Bishop. It's a good touch, and referee allow play to continue as Tyrese Campbell will find the Simway. Simway looks towards Campbell. It's flicked on, and in the end, Fraser couldn't get there. Marsden under pressure from Carnu. Deflects off the Charlton striker. Marsden's had a difficult start to this game. Difficult first half, should I say, as here's Taylor in space again. Charlton forward towards Campbell. Slightly behind him, and Campbell couldn't take it in his stride. And here's Dartford looking to break forward. Ball up towards Allen, who looked to try and turn Ramsey. Couldn't quite execute that move, and now Jones will find Cam Ramsey again as Charlton. About a minute to go before half time for a bit of possession as Gillespie. Now Taylor to the left to Fraser. More towards Bishop. Tried to lay it off for Small. The idea was right, but couldn't quite find Thierry Small.
Yeah, a couple of occasions there was some fouls on Charlton players. The referee allowing play to go on, which you don't mind seeing, especially in a pre-season, as long as they're not vicious fouls.
Through down the line, Small with the head up. Bishop flicks it on. Hill with the header forward. Ball comes down towards Allen. There's Fraser with the challenge, and there was an arm in the face by Allen. He caught the Charlton midfielder.
Yeah, I'd like to see it again. I'm not entirely sure he knew he was there, or whether he... So I don't think it was a deliberate arm, but I'll have to see it again to be sure, but... Oh, I don't know. Tricky one, that.
Fraser gets the ball from Terry Taylor, and here is the half-time whistle after 45 minutes. It's Charlton 4, Dartford 1. 2 goals for Tyrese Campbell. Nathan Asimwe with 1. Daniel Carnu from the penalty spot. Charlton's 4 goal scorers. It was Campbell who got the goal scoring underway after 13 minutes, being fed by Scott Fraser after a lovely move. Campbell opened his body up to find the far post to give Charlton the lead. And after 22 minutes, Nathan Asimwe scored after a brilliant ball in from Thierry Small. Finding Asimwe at the far post, wing back to wing back, made it 2. And Daniel Carnu from the penalty spot. And there was a handball by Dwight Pascal for Dartford. And Darts did get a goal back. Callum Jones with a header, diagonal ball in the penalty area, and he got across Small with a glancing flick which went beyond Harry Eisted. And Charlton made it 4 before half time with Tyrese Campbell grabbing his second, cutting inside onto his left foot, and a powerful effort. Too strong from Marsden. Half time it is Dartford 1, Charlton 4, and we'll take a 5 to 10 minute break, and we'll go through that first 45 minutes. You might have the highlights appear as we're talking now. If not, we'll see you again in about 10 minutes time here on Charlton TV. back to Charlton TV here at Princess Park. We're at half-time. It is Dartford 1, Charlton 4. First pre-season friendly after 24-25 season. Feels weird to say that, actually. 2025 next year, too. I'm going to be 30.
24-25.
It looks
Minding
like
your
Charlton,
ages.
if you did miss any of the first half, I'll go through the goal scorers and the actual first half team as well. We had Harry Isted, Nathan Asinway, Macaulay Gillespie, Terry Taylor, Kane Ramsey, Lloyd Jones, Thierry Small, Teddy Bishop on trial, Tyrese Campbell, Scott Fraser and Daniel Cardew. It was 4-1 to Charlton at half-time. Tyrese Campbell with 2. We've got the opener before Asinway made it 2-0. Daniel Cardew from the penalty spot made it 3. Dartford responded with a goal through Callum Jones, and Campbell got his second before half-time. And as is ever with pre-season, you have to bear with. And we're going to send a collection box for the commentators, because it's always a tough time of year, this pre-season, where we have to try and work out who on earth is coming on. For Charlton, it's a little bit easier, but
I think you can probably
for Dartford.
I think you can probably count the number of people who are feeling sympathetic now on one hand, don't you?
Well, let's go through the Charlton team for this second half, and I'm going by not a team sheet, but the players that are out there I can physically see. So in goal for the second half, we're going to have Will Mannion. First time we'll see him in a Charlton shirt. Tanae Watson, number 12. 22 is Zach Mitchell. I'm trying to go position order for ease. So Tanae Watson at right wing back. Zach Mitchell, Alex Mitchell, summer signing from Millwall. And Romani Edmonds-Green at the back 3, and left wing back is Josh Edwards, signed from Dunfermline. Midfield of Connor Coventry, Tayo Eden and Luke Berry. And up top, new strike force in Gaston Ahadmi and Matty Godden. And we'll get to Dartford as and when. There's going to be a lot of trialists, we think, for Dartford in this second half. And one of them's on the ball now, the centre half, number 27. The ball across to Dean Naylor, who's on for the Darts in the second half. Across to Jaden Bolton. This is complete change by looks of it for Dartford as well. So it'll be a trial, 1, 2, 3 trialists, 4 trialists potentially.
There's old school Dartford, look at that. The number 15, Jaden Bolton, shirt tucked in. How often do you see that?
Bolton the throw forward. And Zach Mitchell the header. Alex Mitchell with his first touch on the Charlton shirt. And the Addicks have possession with Edwards. Looks forward, finds Berry, and takes the armband for the second half for Charlton. This is Edmonds-Green, the left side of the back 3, across to Eden. The ball inside has been picked off. It's a shot coming in from Ashton Day, which is blocked, and Connor Coventry. Restart play to Edmonds-Green, and now Mitchell, and alongside me, Mr. Terry Smith. Until that first half was a promising one in truth. Wasn't perfect, but it was definitely promising.
Do you know, if we'd have been higher up in a commentary position, higher up or further away or the other side of the pitch, we'd have probably been saying at half-time, I think Nathan Jones would be quite happy with the way that panned out in the first half. Well, we're right behind him. We can tell you he certainly wasn't. Not at times. There were times when he was, of course.
Dartford under pressure from Hadmi. Go back to substitute goalkeeper. Clearance forward. Fall nicely for Dartford again, and Naylor. Forward should be Mannion's to gather, and it is.
I think it's first pre-season. It's always going to be a little bit fractured, the performance, while players get used to it, especially with the amount of new signings. But there were some nice moments in that first half for Charlton.
Mannion's long ball forward. Godden does well to find Edwards. Cross towards the far post is headed away. Touch. Dartford trialist falls to Zach Mitchell. Good to see him back. Of course, went on loan last season at Colchester. A little bit unlucky towards the end of that spell. He was denied sort of game time by a combination of experienced players coming back for Colchester and dying need to just see out the season. Ball forward knows how to play, and Dartford will have the goal kick.
Yeah, we were having a discussion before the game got underway, before the players got here actually, while we were here, and discussing in seasons gone by when we had the likes of Piggott getting a hat-trick and Nicky Jose getting several goals in pre-season and going into the season full of confidence. Doesn't always follow.
Tanae Watson, ball down the line to Ahadmi. Sliding challenge comes in from George Whitefield. Tanae Watson. Tanae Watson with the throw. Looking for movement. Godden trying to supply that. Godden who had a previous loan spell here at Dartford. He's crossed it in towards the Hadley, cleared away. Comes to Alex Mitchell, back to Edmonds Green and forward to Connor Coventry. Looks to switch it across towards the Hadley. Looks a header forward.
Might have done better not to get his head to it at all, because I think it was
Edwards
behind him. Might have benefited from him not touching that at all. Of course, Hadley wasn't to know that.
Yeah, 6'3", Gaston Hadley. Scored twice at the Valley early in the season. He's a player who Charlton feel has a lot of potential to get even better. A bit more.
He's got a heavily strapped right knee, which I hope isn't an issue.
Yeah, the club put out a photo of that yesterday, and I thought, well, if it was an issue, they wouldn't have tweeted it out.
Good point.
But certainly a player that has had injury issues, nothing too serious as such, but certainly has had the odd knock here and there. But it's one of the reasons why he's not really had plenty of opportunities at every single club he's played at. Zach Mitchell brings the ball out of defence and will move forward to his right. Tanae Watson. Now Alex Mitchell playing in the middle of the back three. He's also comfortable on the right-hand side and played a little bit on the left-hand side as well. That back three, so that versatility could come in useful for Charlton across the season.
Again, trying to pick out Edwards, who'd made a good run down that left-hand side, but I don't know if it was too ambitious, but certainly was wayward.
Too many steps. The Dartford player according to the referee. One back by Eden, falls to the floor, no free kick given. Dartford switch it across towards Bolton. Brings the ball forward. So the ball over the top, and Manuel will claim that.
Of course, we've got some absentees here as well, who I think will figure certainly in the squad next season. You've got Chukwuemeka's not in the side today. You've got Anderson, of course, who's just come back from Copa America duty with Jamaica. Liban, of course, still to get his fitness for next season as well. And AN other signings, of course.
Trying in possession with Coventry. Looks towards Berry, but that's been intercepted. Dartford looks to bring the ball forward. Challenge from Watson, and then Berry into the ball. We'll find Tanae Watson. Inside to Berry. Coventry forward to Berry. Zach Mitchell inside to Coventry. Too slow is the cry from Nathan Jones, wanting to see that intensity. And we saw the first 10 minutes be quite stale for Charlton possession. They grew into the first half. So got more and more touches on the ball as Mitchell forward to Berry as the sun comes out this afternoon. We've had all sorts of weather here in Dartford.
Yeah, saw a great tweet in the week, saying if it gets any colder, I'll put my Christmas tree up.
That's Edwards, the left-hand side. Brings it forward, it's good pace from Edwards. Ball in the box, we'll find Eden. Lays it off for Berry, edge of the parents here. Luke Berry with the efforts and couldn't hit the target.
A goal written all over it, didn't it? I thought when it left his foot. Wrong foot of the keeper as well, just wrong side of the post. It's a good move and great work from Edwards down that left-hand side again.
I mean, we've seen both Charlton left wing-backs dominate going forward, and to be so pleased with Nathan Jones that one of your signings, who might not necessarily be a starter, he's already shown his attacking threats on that left-hand side. It was a ball in that found Eden, who laid it off for Berry. The reports from Dunfermline is that Edwards is a player who won't stop running on that side, likes a cross, likes an opportunity in the final third. Mannion with the goal kick. Here is Mitchell. Goes back to Mannion. And the pressure clears it forward. It's only as far as Whitefield. There's too many touches, and Eden came back to win the ball. Edmonds Green forward towards Godden. So for his head, he will give chase. Atkinson, the goalkeeper. today.
Of course, the other player is not here for obvious reasons, because he's only just signed his the new signing from Hull, Doherty.
Yeah, we spoke to him earlier though. Greg Doherty is here in attendance. Said he drove down from Hull this morning. He's going to Slovenia, pre-season tour. Coventry trying to find Berry. Good Dartford pressure, and Mitchell clears forward. Godden jumps well towards the Hadmi. Ball comes down. Godden gives chase again. Dartford again with the ball forward. So Mitchell's header finds Berry. Lays it off for Coventry. To the right-hand side is Tane Watson. Zach Mitchell forward to Berry. And now Coventry. It's Edmonds Green. John playing out again. Here's Mitchell once more. Forward towards the Hadmi. Goes over the top of him. Dartford had the goal kick.
Yeah, Zach Mitchell was looking for a Hadmi then, and Nathan Jones just pointing out you don't have to always pass it to the one that makes the run, because that run from a Hadmi really opened it up for Luke Berry, who was in space, and that was the ball.
Goal kick well won by Edmonds Green up towards the Hadmi. Controls, lays it off for Berry. And making runs forward. Looks to find Godden. It's a wonderful pass. Godden, it's great. Block in the end from Bolton. Charlton new boys combining.
There's a little glimpse.
Edwin, quick throw looking for Edwards. It's a good idea, but need a little bit more on that throw. I think the ball wasn't kept in place, so it should actually be potentially a Charlton corner, this.
Yeah, I think it is. When the first time I saw it, I thought it was flagged for offside. I thought it was a throw. It could be offside. Yeah, it's a corner.
Coventry to take as both Mitchells are up from the back, as is Edmonds Green. Coventry with the corner. The goalkeeper flaps and it comes to Berry. I think the ball went out of place. There'll be another Charlton corner. Goalkeeper got something on it. It was enough to get the ball out of play.
Something I think we lacked a little bit last season is the effectiveness from set plays, especially corners.
Nathan Jones running down the touchline, almost like Jose Mourinho against Manchester United all those years ago, to go and get the ball. A little bit of pre-season maybe for Nathan. Edwards with the corner towards the far post, headed up in the air. Berry trying to get there for Charlton. It's not cleared. Hadmi, it's a high foot. Berry with a shot, which was a decent one, but Hadmi's high foot results in Dartford free kick.
I actually think that might have been a save by the keeper onto the post if it was. A cracking save, even though it was a free kick in the end.
Atkinson with the free kick and clears forward. Edwards with the header forward towards the Hadmi, lays it off for Eden. Eden across to Berry. Got Tane Watson on the right hand side. Good football from the Addicks. Here is Watson cross towards the far post. He's put too much on that. The build-up play was nice. Smacked the final ball in.
Yeah, maybe needed a little bit of whip on it, and one of those whip crosses that makes it difficult for defenders. No, just too far ahead of any of the Charlton front two. The idea was right, and it was a good move up to that point.
Ball's passed short. Happening with the pressure. Dartford have the goal kick again. Here's a youthful Dartford side this second half. Combination of trialists and academy graduates. So the standard might not be the prettiest on the eye, although if it is, they might lack the physicality. The goal kick's taken forward. Edmonds Green wins the header, too deep. Nathan Jones liking for the Charlton defence. Start for the ball forward. Alex Mitchell gets a little flick to it. Zach Mitchell will step forward. A little bit of pressure to Tane Watson. Mannion across to Mitchell. Here's Edmonds Green. Ball forward to Eden. Across now to Watson. And Zach Mitchell. Inside to Berry. Forward towards Ahadmi. Challenge comes in from Whitefield, and Charlton have the throw.
And Nathan Jones having a good chat with Zach Mitchell, and so good to see Zach Mitchell out there. I think everybody knows just how highly rated Zach Mitchell is.
Throw in from Watson. Ahadmi lays it off for Watson again. Back to Mitchell. Inside to Coventry. Charlton all the way back. It's just because Watson just
an opportunity to cross there, and it wasn't taken.
Ahadmi out to Edwards. Cuts inside Josh Edwards, and now Coventry in the centre circle. Exchanges passes with Berry. Here's Mitchell. Ball forward for looking for Watson, headed away. Berry's there again. Berry looking for movement. Back to Coventry. Inside to Eden. Now Edmonds Green. To Edwards on the left-hand side. Opportunity to take his man on. Looks for the cross instead. It's an overhit one. Ball stays in play, but no Charlton player at that far post.
Yeah, it was a nice enough move up to then. I think the cross was right, just overhit it, Edwards.
Header from Tane Watson might come the way of Eden. Godden lays it off for Ahadmi. Back to Ty Eden with the shot, but he had more time than he realised. He was just leaning back as he went for the shot, lacked any sort of power. And now Dartford will look to break. The trialist, and Edwards gets back, and brilliant defending from Edwards. It's actually Aidan Guest, should I say, rather than trialist for Dartford in that final third, who couldn't get the shot away with Edwards' pressure.
Yeah, it was excellent from Edwards. Charlton in a little bit of trouble there from the break.
Ahadmi lays it off for Eden, forward towards Godden, but in the pass. So he played 60 minutes. Dartford 1, Charlton 4. No goals in this second half so far. Edmonds Green with the header. Dartford will have the throw.
It took us 13 minutes to open the scoring with the team in the first half. We're in 16 minutes now. Had a couple of chances.
We haven't seen Charlton's pre-season schedule. We've got a trip to Slovenia this week. And when we get back, we play Crystal Palace behind closed doors. We'll try and bring you that game on Charlton TV. And Millwall as well behind closed doors, which I don't think is being streamed. I think at the request of both clubs. And AFC Wimbledon away, Portsmouth at home last pre-season match. Opportunity to see the new Charlton pitch at the Valley. An opportunity to get behind the boys before their first game of the season away at Wigan. We're looking forward to that one, aren't we, Till? 5:30 kick-off.
Yeah, they certainly must have had a chuckle when that fixture came out. Fixture gurus.
Edmonds Green in possession, back to Mannion.
And 5:30 as well, even better.
Yeah, myself and Tel missing next week's pre-season friendly in Slovenia. It'll be Charlotte and Brownie. We'll run you through that game. We'll be back with Brownie for the Palace one. The ball forward, headed away by Alex Mitchell. Berry flicks it on towards Ahadmi. Chest control looking for Eden. Good strong challenge coming in from Whitefield, but Ahadmi's got the ball back for Charlton, brings it forward. To the right-hand side is Watson. Lays it off for Berry. Berry on the penalty area is a decent idea. Don't take one too many touches. Ahadmi's won it back. Here's Coventry. To left to Edwards. Needs to take on Guest. Goes on the outside. Edwards, left-footed cross, takes the deflection towards Ahadmi. Headed away. Zach Mitchell wins the ball well. Still Charlton pressure. Watson back in the penalty area. Cleared away. Zach Mitchell thinks about a shot. Goes for it. Over the bar.
That was his moment.
He's not shy, is he, Zach Mitchell?
Oh, he's a good player. Very good player. Current player at right back. Can play in midfield as well. He's comfortable on the ball. And yeah, there's a lot of pluses for Zach Mitchell. It'll be interesting to see how the season pans out for him. You get the feeling stint away on loan might be a good thing. maybe to a League Two club or even top level National League side. But yeah, good to see him involved in this pre-season.
Goal kick's taken, Coventry gets something on it. Berry flicks it on, some scrappy in the middle, and then a have it kick up in the air. Oh, one of the Dartford trialists. Edwards wins the ball. The ugliest bit of pre-season football we've probably ever seen. That 10-second montage there of hoofball. As Bolton back to his captain, clears it forward. There's Mitchell. He's going to wave the ball back towards Alex Mitchell, has to step in and clear it forward.
Yeah, a little bit loose there after praising it up from Zach Mitchell, but we get away with it.
Heading back to Edmonds Green, forward to Berry. Neat turn, finds a Hadme. Comes up the ball, lays it off for Zach Mitchell. Hadme calls for it. Hadme gets it, shrugs off his man. Lays it off for Eden. Inside to Coventry. So Eden gets the ball back. Now Edwards on the left-hand side. Edmonds Green and company. It's Coventry. Edmonds Green again. Forward to a Hadme. Looks to potentially turn a Hadme. To the right-hand side is Watson. It's good football from Charlton. Here's Watson down the line to Berry in space. Berry across goal. Hadme couldn't get there. Ball's cleared. Mitchell the challenge. Dartford looks to try and get out. It's a good strong challenge from Tanae Watson.
I'd like to see the VAR on that, whether or not there's a potential penalty from that challenge in the box. Ball back in there. I thought when Mitchell got to it, he got there first. Yeah, could have easily been a penalty.
Heading with the ball forward. Hadme controls. Still with it, Hadme. Tried to flick it out to Tanae Watson, who wasn't expecting it. Hadme stares at him. Help me, he says to Tanae Watson. The throw comes in down the line. Mitchell wins the header. Hadme's there again. Berry. First time we'll look for Godden. It's a great ball. Godden controls. Looks for Watson, who continues his run. Tanae Watson looks
Lovely
to finish, and it's a brilliant goal. Brilliant from Berry, brilliant from Godden. And the finish to match from Tanae Watson as Charlton get a fifth.
Yeah, excellent football from Charlton. It came from the throw-in from Dartford. Zach Mitchell with the header in. Control initially from a headman. It's a great spot from Berry to pick out Godden, and an equally good spot to pick out the run of Tanae Watson, who drilled it past the keeper, gave him no chance at all.
Again, it's a Charlton wing-back scoring. Sinway got one in the first half. Watson in the second. And they're the sort of players, not necessarily individually, but the sort of positions where Nathan Jones will be looking for, like Thierry Small, Tanae Watson, Kane Ramsey, Sinway, Edwards, to all get goals and assists when they play in that role. As Charlton have got a fifth. Dartford, the game back underway.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to, I mean, we all need to throw to the floor from the Dartford man now. Yeah, because obviously we've lost a significant goal scorer in Alfie Mate. Just broke off here.
Hadme flicks it towards Berry. Godden looks for Berry again. Now Hadme back to Tao Eden with the shot. Again, it's a comfortable height for the goalkeeper.
He's getting closer though, Tao Eden, into picking up that far corner. He's tried it twice now.
Ball forward, Edmonds Green with a challenge, and then Coventry.
No, my point was, I mean, we've lost Alfie May and we've lost a considerable number of goals from one person, but you get the feeling that the thinking from Nathan Jones is that if we can contribute 10 goals apiece from other areas, like as I show you wing backs and from midfield, then potentially you're replacing 23 goals a league season to 30 or 40.
Don't forget the ball back. Hand over to Toby Smith to lead commentate for the rest of the second half.
Thank you, Greg. As Dartford come forward, sort of lifted into the air, headed away by Mitchell. And Charlton can counter with Coventry. Goes backwards to Edwards though initially, and now across to Alex Mitchell. To his right-hand side is Zach. Bringing it forward, a late one, but up towards Godden, who tried to let it run to a headmate, but just didn't reach a headmate. Dartford clear it away, but it's deflected from the keeper to Edmund and Godden, and Berry tried to catch the keeper out, but got underneath it, and it's skied away for the goal kick.
Smile from Luke Berry. I noticed since Berry's been on the pitch, I don't think Nathan Jones has made one bad comment towards Berry. That's the player he knows he doesn't need to say anything to. Really like the look of
already
Berry
proven what
so
he can
far.
do clearly as Dartford send the ball through in the middle. There's a foot race here between Alex Mitchell and I think that was Jason Ashton Day. The ball won the race in the end. It'll be a Charlton throw. 68.5 minutes in this game. Charlton 5-1 up as Godden tries to flick the ball on towards a Hadmate. A little bit too much on that. Keeper Atkinson out of his area, manages to tidy up. Dartford try to go down the right hand side. Edwards with an initial stop, but Dartford still have possession. Now on the left hand side with Bolton. Crossing over halfway, Bolton. Inside of him is one of the Dartford trialists. Ball forward to Sillence to control it though. Charlton have it back with Zach Mitchell on the right hand side. Good use of the ball to turn away from trouble. Now Eden in the centre circle looking for Godden. Godden a little bit isolated, but Hadmey's making the ground now. Still Godden. In support is Berry. Berry might shoot here. No, he lifts it to the far side. Eden this time is offside and can't finish anyway.
Could have held his run there, Eden. There was time. Berry got on the ball and an intelligent little ball towards the far post. I'm encouraged to see Eden taking good positions in that final third. Maybe this is a position that Nathan Jones feels that Eden can contribute for Charlton in this season, but he's asking for the ball, but he's not looking across the line. If he looks across the line, he can just hold back slightly because he's in space. And Berry would have been able to pick him out nonetheless.
Goal kick comes away. Day can't get there, but it's touched out of play, I think. Final touch was from Edmonds Green. Yeah, Dartford throw. And to Sillence. Can't control it though. Loses possession for this time a Charlton throw. Throw down the line looking for a Hadmate inside to Coventry. Switches across to Watson. Watson brings it down. Godden makes a run ahead of him, but decides to come back inside. Godden apologises. Watson apologises to Godden. Zach Mitchell has it in possession inside to Coventry. Now to his left is Edwards in space as well. Edwards and sees the run of Ed and tries to pick him out. Just put a little bit too much on it. And in the end, Atkinson allows it to go out for a goal kick.
I like the look of Edwards Hotel.
Yeah, I agree.
He's very forward thinking. It's a good size. Wants to get the ball forward. Yeah, it looks like a decent potential option for Nathan Jones to potentially rotate on that side. Maybe there'll be opportunities for him when chasing the game to come on and add a bit of attacking threat. There might even be an opportunity for him to start games for Charlton.
Edmonds Green heads the goal kick towards Godden. Godden, little touch to Eden. Eden looks back out to Godden on the left-hand side. Edwards in support. Behind him is Edmonds Green. Inside is Coventry, but Edmonds Green instead goes on a run. Little touch left to Eden. Eden inside to Godden, edge of the penalty area. Godden lifts it across to Tanae Watson. Watson brings the ball back across, but there's far too much on that. And, I think it's gone out for a goal kick. And,
that's where he needs to work on his game for me in this Charlton formation, because I actually thought Tanae Watson at times last season was one of our most accomplished wing backs in terms of just his general defending, general going forward without being fantastic at say either of those in terms of from a final production, his goals or assists, but he gets in these areas where he can make a difference for Charlton. He's a good athlete. He's a good challenge.
Probably the most disappointing thing about that for Tanae Watson is that he knew he had to come back out and he's on the right side. He'd have to be standing right beside Nathan Jones, who left him in no doubt to what he should have done.
But modern day fullback stroke wing backs are either sometimes really good at defending and not so good going forward, or really good at attacking and not so defending. Tanae Watson's able to do both at a good League One level, and he can get better. Nathan Jones can work with him, and that area there, you've got to cross on the edge of the penalty on the right hand side, and he puts so much power on it. It goes over everyone. Just needs a bit more care with the cross.
Charlton have it with Tanae Watson, and goes back inside to Alex Mitchell, across to Edmonds Green. To his left is Edwards again. Edwards looking for options in front, and immediately available, so go back inside to Edmonds Green. Coventry wants it, but it's Alex Mitchell with Zach Mitchell to his outside. Tanae Watson out here on the right-hand side, looking for runners. And Hadmay provides it. A lovely touch outside to Tanae Watson. Goes back to Alex Mitchell, to Zach Mitchell rather, inside to Coventry. Alex Mitchell now. Got Edmonds Green to his left. Way further left is blocked, although Edwards comes short for it. And it is Edwards. Looks to swing it forward to a Hadmay. Looking for, I just went beyond him. I thought for a second he was going to try and cushion his header back to, he does really well there, Hadmay. He might have a corner out of this. Superb. I thought initially he was going to try and jump and hit it into Godden's path, but it just went over him, but he never gave up on it. Keeper tried to allow it to go out for a goal kick. Hadmay was having none of it and touched it off the keeper for a Charlton corner.
I'll tell you what I really like about that though too, is that Hadmay could have given up. Could have thought goalkeeper was going to get that, and he still showed the presence of mind to run forward, managed to get a corner out of nothing, chasing lost causes. Now when you come up against Nathan Jones' teams in the past, what has his team always done? Chase lost causes, make sure that you don't settle, that you don't get free hits.
Edmonds come for the short corner from Edwards. Corner of the penalty area, swings it across. That's an important header away by Dartford. In there is Hadmay, and then the final header coming in. It was Mitchell. Just steered it over the bar.
It was Godden in the end.
Was it Godden? Just a crowd of players in front.
Just tried to flick it towards goal. I think he was really aware of how close he was to the goal. He puts a little bit too much on it.
It was a good run from Eden. Lifted it to the far post. Headed back up in the air. And then back across. Yeah, you're right. It was Godden. It's Godden again who heads it sideways. It's a good touch from Watson, who's taken out. Referee's playing on as Charlton have possession. Godden in the penalty area. It's a lovely shot. Saved away by the keeper. It's not out of danger yet. Tanae Watson still on the floor, but now picks himself up. Eden into the feet of a Hadmay. It's got Berry to his right. Berry. Tanae Watson now up on his feet. Little touch into Mitchell. Back to Coventry. Edmonds Green to his left. Well advanced here, Edmonds Green. Edwards further left. Back inside to Coventry. Zach Mitchell calling for it. Mitchell on the right side. Still bringing it forward. Zach Mitchell urged to shoot. Resists the temptation. Goes out to Watson. Back inside to Berry. Lifts it to the left side of the penalty area. And just too much for Edwards. Out to and away for a throw-in to Dartford.
Charlton, you can tell they're superior now. That the control that they're having, they haven't had anything going forward. The back three's largely been untested. And as I said, it is a youthful Dartford side. The second half, it's all about trying to work on combinations. The likes of Hadmay and Godden up top have been busy. I like the work off the ball both of them have done so far. It'd be great if one of them could get on the score sheet just to add a little bit of confidence to their game.
Dartford almost on a breakaway there, and Coventry will be spoken to here. He just prevented Dartford from breaking away with a professional foul, I think that's called. As Dartford looking to make a change here. Proctor looks to be coming on. And Coventry just being told that had it been a league game, he would have definitely been booked. Proctor is definitely on. Goes up top alongside Day. Dartford had this free kick just inside the Dartford half, sent forward towards Day. Gets a header on it, Day, across, but Edmonds Green should be able to tidy that one up and sends it forward, looking for the runner Godden, who might get on the benefit of that as the keeper. A bit of a mix-up with his centre-half. Dartford get away with it. It's forward to Proctor, trying to find Day, and instead it's come out here to Sillins on the left-hand side. Sillins crosses it, switches play to the right. Another Dartford trialist. All inside. It's good work from Edwards to force Dartford out, but it's back into the feet of Bolton. Sends it cross field. Mitchell with the header away. Coventry can tidy up. Eden. Good recovery from a Hadmate to find Berry. Lifts it forward, looking for the run of Godden. He would have been offside, but the keeper's taking no chances and clears it forward to another of the Dartford trialists, number 26. Charlton forcing Dartford backwards. They're in possession, the home side, up to Proctor in the centre circle. It's a slightly wayward pass back, and it might actually go for a Charlton throw. It does. He's looking for his centre half, got it all wrong. He's out for a Charlton throw at 10 yards away from the corner flag. 78.5 minutes gone. Charlton still 5-1 up. Only the one goal in the second half through Tene Watson. A good goal it was. It's, Edwards went to throw it. Edmonds Green went to throw it to Eden, who then sort of darted off in a different direction, and Edmonds Green tried to abort the throw, and in the end has given away a foul throw, which Dartford have taken, but have also not capitalised on. And Charlton are going to make a change as well. It's the other trialist for Charlton, Danny Hilton, who'll come on.
Yeah, I think this is pre-planned, by the way, for Charlton, because Hadmate wasn't showing any signs of... You can see he's got a bandage on his right leg, so Nathan Jones just went to the bench and said, Daniel, it's time for you to come on. Formerly of Luton, of course. Had a great relationship together. It's an interesting one. 35 years old and played for Northampton the last couple of years, but someone Nathan Jones knows so well. At the moment, he's just training, but should Charlton need another striker at some point? If there's injuries or anything like that, interested to see whether he's on Nathan Jones's mind.
Well, we've mentioned, of course, Chukwuemeka isn't here, and I'm not entirely sure that's down to an injury or just giving him more training time, because I do believe he's going to make the trip to Slovenia. But of course, Miles Leeburn still recovering and coming back from that horrible injury last season, so you can understand the thinking behind it. And it is Godden who flicks it on from the ball forward, looking for Hilton, just doesn't quite find him. Dartford clear it away up to halfway. Trialist number 4 is going in the wrong direction, and Dartford just about get away with it. I think it's Guest on that right-hand side manages to guide it back. Ball sent forward. Mitchell, little chest control, but he can't avoid Day picking it up for Dartford. Ball inside now to Naylor. Trying to send it down the right-hand side, but it's cut out by Edmonds Green. It's a good ball out to Berry. Berry's got Watson on the outside. Watson bringing it forward on this right-hand side to Stalls and finds Coventry. Trying to work some space. Edmonds Green in the centre circle. Back to Coventry. Looking for options. Only Zach Mitchell showing. Mitchell now gets it out to Watson. Into Coventry once more. Trying to send Hilton on his way, but he just ran ahead of his man, ahead of the last man. He's out. He's caught offside. Day just being spoken to by the referee. I didn't see why, actually. I don't know if there was a late one.
Yeah, he caught Edmonds Green with a poor challenge, to be honest, for pre-season. Really poor challenge. It's a bit one of those that's a little bit frustrating. Dartford haven't had a lot of the ball, and challenges like that he doesn't need to make. He plays for Dartford. He's not a trialist. You know, you don't need to. If you made that challenge, you're not going to impress your manager more.
I remember last season there was quite a few of those occasions. As Mitchell does well to pick up the goal kick.
Yeah, sometimes I understand it when it's trialists who haven't got a club and are desperate to impress. You know, but that was a poor challenge.
Mitchell with the throw, gets it back from Coventry, guides it back to his namesake, Alex Mitchell. Coventry once more ahead of him, and now left is Edwards. Slightly infield, Edmonds Green to his left. Back inside to Edwards, Coventry in support, but instead ball goes forward to Godden. Little touch to Eden. Back out to Edmonds Green, who'd stayed on that left-hand side. Eden once more, inside to Coventry. Charlton being patient here. Edmonds Green lifts it forward to Hilton. That's a lovely touch inside to Godden. Godden, space for a shot. Good save from the keeper. Will he keep it out? And it's Bolton who ends up clearing it off the line. Picked up by Godden. Lovely control. Berry, little touch to Godden in the penalty area. Returns a favour. Berry trying to find Hilton. Can't do so, and it's defended away for a corner.
Yeah, wonderful flick from Hilton. Spots that Godden's behind him. Godden beats his man, and again, maybe has more time than he realised. Could have set himself a little bit better. It's decent save from the keeper, Atkinson. I like the way the ball went up in the air. Godden's first to react. A beautiful touch to bring it down. Looking for Berry again. Off the ball, Charlton in the second half. I think have looked a bit more accomplished. In terms of the movement has been a bit sharper. In possession, not so much maybe, but the movement definitely has.
Edwards at the corner. It's a deep one. Mitchell heads it up in the air. Should allow the keeper to come and get it. Does, but under pressure from Mitchell. Goes to ground, and referee calls the free kick.
It was a pretty pointless foul coming in. It wasn't Mitchell who made the fouls. And wait and see who it was. It might have been Hilton. He went and bundled into the keeper. If he had got there, I don't think he would have caught it. I think he would have just been punched up in the air again. Let's see who it was. It was Edmonds Green. In fact, Edmonds Green just with his back, just colliding the goalkeeper's not necessary.
It's Edmonds Green who gets his head to the goal kick. Dartford have it inside to Naylor. On the right hand side now, Guest. But, Eden steps in, wins the ball back, but almost gave it away today. Recovered by Edwards. And it's at the feet of Berry. Out to this right hand side is Watson. Watson can bring it forward. A little touch forward to Hilton. Gives it back to Watson. Watson, ball into the box. Just too far ahead of Godden. It'll be picked up by Ed on the far side of the penalty area. Back to Berry. Can he hit it first time? He can. Try to place it in. And Hyton's there. And he just about gets enough of it. Keeper can't keep it out. And that's number 6.
Danny Hilton's trialist with the goal. A really scrappy one in the end, but it all came with wonderful movement from Tanae Watson on the right-hand side, exchanging with Berry. The ball just slightly too much for Godden. And came back inside to Barry's first time shot was parried by the keeper, and it wasn't the cleanest of finishes, with the goalkeeper getting back to his feet, couldn't keep it out. And Charlton have a 6, but it all came from lovely build-up on the right-hand side. Really nice 1-2 between Berry and Watson, opened up that chance for the cross to come in.
5 minutes left of normal time, and I suspect, given it's a friendly and given that England are playing in an hour after the finish, I don't suppose the referee will add too much of any time to add on. But it didn't do it in the first half, so I should imagine he wouldn't do it in the second half either. With 5 minutes to go, Charlton add a 6th. Danny Hilton will be pleased with that, and he's back in possession now. Godden takes over. Godden heading towards the edge of the Dartford penalty area. Attempted cut back across is cut out by Whitefield, and Dartford can clear it forward up towards Proctor. His touch is too heavy, and Coventry can direct it into Eden's path. Behind him is Edwards. Across to Coventry once more. Berry in front of him. Berry turns. Good in possession, Berry, but Day eventually takes the ball off his toes. That's good pressure from Coventry. Dartford still in possession. In the end, one of the Dartford trialists brought to the ground by Berry, and Eden has gone down and stayed down. So Charlton will need to get the physio on. Charlton have Aaron Henry as the other sub for this second 11. I'm sure Nathan Jones won't take any chances. Eden will get to his feet. Just a little thumbs up from Adam Coe, the Charlton physio. Coming across a little gingerly, Teo Eden. I think they might not take too many chances here, Charlton.
Yeah,
Aaron Henry is
by the sounds of it, he
decent enough replacement,
but no harm in. I mean, there's only a minute left, really, a minute and a half left, so it won't be too much for Aaron Henry to do in this game.
And it is Aaron Henry who comes on. A couple of loan spells last season. Certainly possesses talent, Aaron Henry. Still, goal that he scored in the what was it? The Bristol Street or the Papa John's at the time? I can't remember. Dave tries to control it on the edge of the Charlton. Was it the Carabao? Was it? Oh, I can't remember. absolute stormer.
The other
Have a goal.
competition.
The other one, yeah.
It's a pre-season for us as well.
Mitchell out to Watson, inside to Coventry. Charlton just momentarily final third of our own half. Ball forward to Aaron Henry, who spots Edmonds Green to his left and Edwards further left. Henry comes out and support. Turns. Watson makes the run on the right-hand side. Can the ball find him? It does. Lovely touch into the path of Berrior. Just a little bit too much on it. The idea was perfect. Just too far ahead of Berry. The touch from Watson. A minute and a half. Less than that now as they throw it out from the keeper. It's picked off by Watson. It's got Mitchell in support. Inside of him is Berry. Back to Alex Mitchell. Spotted Proctor coming, so just allowed the ball to run past him so he could guide it back to Mannion, who's been pretty much a passenger in this second half. Alex Mitchell sends the ball forward. Watson trying to get there but can't, but he might at the second attempt as Berry picks him out. It's good defending in the end from Bolton to clear it away for Dartford, but the clearance goes straight to Mitchell, who sends it forward, far too much on it, away for a Dartford goal kick, and we're into the final 30 seconds.
2,149.
2,149 here in Prince's Park.
Thank you very much for your support.
Really good attendance given a bit of mixed weather beforehand.
Yeah,
the game in a minute.
Yeah, I didn't expect that many, I've got to be honest.
It's good to see.
Goal kick sent away. Mitchell comes and makes it his. Trying to send Godden on his way. Will Godden get there? No, just beaten to it by one of the Dartford trialists, and that is time up here at Prince's Park. A successful afternoon's work for Charlton. 6-1 the scoreline. All got going in the first half when Therese Campbell, a lovely move to open the scoring on 13 minutes. Nathan Asimwe made it 2-0, arriving at the far post. And then 3-0 was Daniel Carnew's penalty. Dartford got one back. Callum Jones with a fine header beyond Harry Ice did to make it 3-1. Therese Campbell got his second and Charlton's fourth just before half-time. And in the second half, all changed. And Tanae Watson finished a fine move to make it 5-1 on 65 minutes. And Danny Hilton, the trialist, coming on in place of a Hadmate, got the sixth. Slightly scrappy affair with 6 minutes to go, but it completed the scoreline here. And so it'll be interesting to find to hear what Nathan Jones thought of his first pre-season friendly in this new season. Scoreline emphatic enough, 6-1. And, Greg, I suspect, although you saw the odd frustration from the Charlton manager, generally speaking, he'll be quite happy with that.
Yeah, well, it's Nathan Jones, so maybe not, but I think he will. I think he'd have seen enough to feel that his Charlton side are going somewhere for next season. We'll have to wait and see, but I certainly felt very encouraged. I felt like that it's a Charlton side that can get better, for sure, with maybe a couple of more bodies coming in, but I was really impressed with some of the movements, some of the one-touch plays, especially in the second half. Even though we scored less, I felt like that there was more movement, especially the front two looked really sharp. Tyrese Campbell had a really good first half and very encouraging as well. So ultimately you look at this Charlton team and feel really encouraged that this is a side that are going to compete at the top end next season. And you can never really tell from pre-season games as to whether that is definitely going to be the case or not. I certainly feel with Nathan Jones in charge that Charlton are in a very good place and will progress with him as a club.
Well, so there we are. That's the first pre-season done and dusted. Thanks to everybody for tuning into Charlton TV. My thanks to everybody, Diana back in production, and Will and here on the cameras, and of course Greg Stubley alongside me. And from all of us here at Prince's Park for this first pre-season, thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.